Hello and welcome to my channel, Nancy. I decided to come on live today. I'm currently trying to organize myself because anytime you get ready to go live, like a time like right now, problems start. It's either like my internet is acting up, the software that I'm supposed to be using is supposed to be working, and it's really not. So thank you for taking some time out of your day to watch my video. Um, I will start like in the next like 2 minutes. Meanwhile, I just see somebody's watching. Say hello. You can't be rude. Say hey, girl. How you doing? How's your day going? How is your beautiful and lovely Sunday going? And just let me know if you can actually hear me because it's hard for me to tell currently if you can hear me. Well, yeah, you can hear me perfectly. All right, so I'm just gonna start very quickly because this is just it's Sunday. It's 7:04, and I just want to start. But and I want to talk about from pain to purpose and why I am where I am today. So just to give you a little background about me, I am a mother with three children, ages 17, 11, and my youngest is 4. While having my youngest one, I personally felt like I went through one of the biggest betrayal ever because I was with someone who, well, I'm not gonna say I was with someone, but I had a child with someone who pretty much was my ex, and we were not together at the moment. But I decided, not that I decided, but I had a dream, and God told me to keep my little one, which I did, and I can always, be grateful for that. But during those times, there was a lot of trials and tribulation during those times. And the reason being is because my children's father at the time was had another situation happening at the same time. Um, so I ended up keeping my little one. I didn't have the help and the support that I needed from him, which for me that actually sucked. But sometimes in life you have to go through situations like that to so that you can see the other side of how things really go. I don't want to lose my frame of thought. So I had to go through the betrayal in order for me to be where I am today. So I'll start off with that. Oh, thank you, Maria. I just saw your response. I appreciate you for that. Thank you for responding and welcome to my channel. So I ended up keeping my little one, and I went through a lot of backlash, moments where I, you know, I went through the back and forth of not wanting me to have my daughter and me deciding, hey, I'm gonna listen to God, I'm gonna keep my baby, and I kept her. My daughter has been a full blessing for the past 4 years. I've had raised her pretty much on my own with the support of my mom, who at one point lived with me. And then eventually she ended up leaving a few months ago. So my mom left in the month of April. So she moved to Texas, and now I'm here home with my three children. They're not here currently. I send them downstairs to go do laundry so that I can talk to you all right now. Um, so yeah, I decided to keep my little one, and let me just tell you how God works. So during the first 9 months, I went through a lot of like depression. I was actually upset with myself due to the fact that I decided to keep my little one, and I knew that I wasn't gonna have the support that I wanted from her father. Yes, I'll say one thing: I did not want to be with him at all. I just needed his support. I already have two children with him, ages 17 and 11. Back then, I believe my oldest was 13 and my son was somewhere around 6 or 7. So it's not someone who is new to me or someone who is new to my family. But again, when you break up with people, one word of advice that I would give you: don't get back with them, not even in the heat of the moment, because it just never works. And quite honestly, from the beginning, God gave me the red flags everywhere. But, as a woman, I always felt that I can pretty much change someone or like mold him to be a better version of himself, which is something that I saw, but technically he didn't see for himself. So the first 9 months of my whole entire pregnancy, I went through depression. I was sad because I felt like if I was going to have another child, I wanted to have a child with my husband. I didn't want to have a child outside of wedlock. But unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And I ended up, slipping like anyone does, which I am not proud of. But out of that moment came a blessing, which is my daughter. Um, so then again, I ended up raising my little one. I've been raising her the past 4 years with just me and my oldest daughter, who helps me out a lot with her. And I'm so grateful for that. But before I even continue, because I feel like now I'm starting to scatter myself all over. During those 9 months, I went through back depression, going back and forth with him in regards to, he didn't want me to keep the child or whatever the case may be. But of course, I kept my daughter. During month 7 and 8, I was a little concerned because I was more concerned of the financial status. Prior to me living where I live now, I used to live in something that is called the New York City Housing Authority, which is NYCHA. And while living in NYCHA, if you're not working, I don't know if you know, but if you're not working, your rent goes down. So for me, I'm like, uh-oh, I'm not living in NYCHA anymore. So now, how am I going to be able to make ends meet? And how would I be able to provide for my children and make sure that my children have everything that they need? Meanwhile, I'm out of work. I did save up a little bit of my tax return money that I received earlier that year, but that wouldn't be enough to hold me down for at least within 3 to 5 months, because I did decide that I was going to stay out of work for the 5 months that I'm pretty much entitled to due to FMLA. So um, during month 8, my job ended up surprising me with a surprise baby shower at work. Again, I'm someone who I am like very prideful. So I was like, oh my God, I didn't really want this. But yes, God knows how much I needed it because I didn't have nothing for my little one. And the little bit of money that I had left was going to be something that was going to hold me down with her. Meanwhile, we stood home. Um, so from there, my job surprised me with a baby shower, and my bosses, let me just tell you that no matter what I went through in life, like God put the right people in my life, right? And this is not about like getting emotional or wanting to feel that um, you guys don't understand, but so I ended up, stepping out, and I left after the baby shower, and I started my maternity leave. And then my boss hit me up and she asked me, she said, Nancy, can you stop by the office? We want to meet the little one. So I said, sure, I'll stop by. So I came with my daughter and my oldest daughter, and I showed the baby to everyone at the office, and everyone was so excited. My daughter was probably like a month old. I didn't wait. I didn't want to take her around people not too early, especially with her not getting her shots. Thank you, Jaritza. You're so cute. But shout out to you, sister. Um, so I went back to my job and they ended up giving me a $5,000 check. So no matter how much I was so worried and so concerned as to how I was going to be able to provide for my family, God always made a way. And during times like that, that just pretty much showed me that God had me the whole entire time. He just wanted to see if I actually believed in him. And he wanted me to like reassure him that I was really going to stick it with him. And I did. And I was so like I ended up like leaving my job. I drove away. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just check what was inside the envelope. Because I'm thinking maybe it's just like $1,000, $2,000. Of course, again, it's something that will definitely help me out as a mom raising three children on her own. Um, so with that being said, I ended up opening up the envelope and I swear to God, I just got so emotional that I just started crying. And I was like, Lord, like, thank you so, so, so much because you do not know. Like, that money held me down to be able to make ends meet and pay my rent. And then initially, I'm under a union, which is 1199. So my delivery was a C-section. So unfortunately, the check for the first 8 weeks was not much to hold me down and be able to pay my rent. I still had a car that I had to pay off. So I had car insurance, not car note at the time. So I was like, oh my God, like this little bit of money is not enough. So that check came in handy. It helped me with that. And it also helped me to make ends meet. And then for those of you who I'm not sure what state you may live in, but I want to tell you something. With FMLA, I was pretty much covered. Well, I got paid 67% of what I actually make, which allowed me to be home an extensive 12 more weeks at home and still make the same amount of money that I'm making without paying taxes. Whew, God was good during those 5 months that I was home. I will tell you that I had no worries, no concern. God made a way. So my reason for telling you the story is because there's others out there. Trust me, I have more than just one story. I have plenty of stories to share, but this is just to start because there's a lot of women out there that also went through similar situation, just like I. And God has installed this more in my heart lately because I am someone who's very shy. I don't really like creating videos. Sometimes it feels like I'm forcing myself. I actually felt like giving up today. And I'm actually grateful that God, again, gives me the strength to get on live and create a video and have you beautiful ladies watching me. Um, but shout out to you guys for watching me today. It means a lot. And I also want to say that I want to build a community of women who also want to grow and evolve, women who want to break free of generational curses. Like I said, this is only one video, but I have so many much more videos that I want to create where I talk about other things that I either went through or things that I overcame, or it can also be things that I'm going through right now. I know that things may look, beautiful and glamorous, but things are not that way. But one thing about me this time around, I have God with me. So with God, can nobody stop me. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, feel free to subscribe. Welcome to my channel. And just so you know, I do have during those times that I was, pregnant with my little one, I had moments of reflection, and I created like a free journal prompt that it is on my link on my description that you can click on. It's free. I'm not asking you for anything. I don't want anything from anyone. Just the fact that you're watching my video for me does so, so much, because it allows a mom in the Bronx in New York City to be able to feel like this. For me is very therapeutic. Like I don't know if you understand, but this is therapeutic to me, being able to share my experiences and the things that I have went through. And I just want to help other women just like me to grow and evolve and stop allowing life from limiting you from being the best version of yourself that you can actually be. And thank you for watching. I'm gonna let you lovely lady go. Have a great and wonderful week. May God bless you and protect you. I'll talk to you later.